Sparkles. My name is Mimi Girl 01, aka Linnea Benthing, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna be continuing off where I left off on my bucket list a couple months back. So this will be called Part 3 of the Before I Die series, which is basically listing off my journal from where I left off before, and there will be links in the description and little boxes at the end of this video, so you can go see the other parts of this series and see the other videos for this series. Now let's get started where we left off. So last time we left off on 443, complete things with Frank on our list. I said this in the last video, but I'm going to say it again. Me and Frank, who is my boyfriend currently, he and I made a list, have started writing a list that is, how many themes long? 418 themes on currently, and we've been adding stuff together to it, and I'm never going to share that publicly because that's between me and him. But as you guys know, there is a list. Okay. 444, take a picture with Crummy Bear as I hold Sarah. So as a lot of you know, Sarah's my teddy bear, and Crummy Bear is a guy who runs around with a giant teddy bear on a motorcycle. And I would love to get a picture of Crummy with Sarah, and like Crummy holding Sarah, and I'm holding Sarah, and a picture. That would be so freaking amazing. Like, that would be so great. Okay, number 445. Watch The Shack. I have not watched The Shack yet. I'm hoping to do so soon. 446. Read Return to the Shack. Yes, I do need to read that book. I read the first one. I haven't read the second one yet. Cosplay is my version of Sailor Moon. So, as you know, the Sailor Moon skirts are pretty short. You know, they're really close to the point you can see a person's butt. Well, my hope is to make a cosplay where it's my version, meaning the skirt's a little bit longer, but it still does the whole Sailor Moon thing. Okay, meet Frank in person for the first time. I still haven't met him in the first time yet. We've talked on Skype and we've chatted on the phone and things, but our hope is to meet this next summer and actually do the stuff in our personal list together. Watch all the episodes. Haven't you heard? I'm Sakamoto. Yeah, I've seen some of the episodes on here on YouTube. Yes, I know. Don't chew me out for that. But the hope is to watch the full episodes and get like the DVD or whatever to watch all the episodes of it. Next one is watch and read A Silent Voice. I haven't watched. I've read all the books of this A Silent Voice. My next step is to watch the movie. So I got half of that one checked off, basically. I need to make a note of that. 1 second, I'm going to make a note of that. Because I also have an online list and a check-off list online, so I need to make a note of that. Yeah, so now I just have to watch the anime movie. I read the manga. Oh my gosh, it's intense. You guys can see that video in both my I Read Books series and in my hearing and learning series when I talk about it a little bit on there. Okay, next one. 452. Read Allegiant. I've read Divergent, but I have not read Allegiant yet. 453, read Insurgent. 454, be a guest on a radio show. I've called into a radio show before. It was a podcast, I think. but I have never, ever, ever, ever been in a radio show as a guest. 455, take over a radio show. I want to be the host of a radio show for like one like showcase. That would be freaking awesome. Go on GMA for a good reason. GMA is Good Morning America. And I would like to actually do the sign, do it inside. Say, Good Morning America. That would be so cool. And for a good reason, not a bad reason. Get on the Today Show for a good reason. This is Today on NBC. That would be so much fun. Watch XXX Return of Xander Cage, which I actually had the chance. Like, there's a CD, like, there's a DVD at our library for that, and I can put it on hold. So I'm going to be doing that soon. Rita 4. It's part of the Divergent series. Supposedly, the main female character gets killed in that, and that's why they didn't finish the movie series, is because she technically no longer exists in the book series from there. Run in a giant hamster ball. Oh my gosh, that'd be so much fun. I think I've done that before, where I played giant bowling, but I don't remember if I did or didn't before. But I would love to run in a giant hamster ball. That would be so much fun. Eat turducken. Duck stuffed into a turkey. Turducken. Your new word every day. I know I wrote this myself, but it's still funny. Go on the Rachel Ray and make my spaghetti. Oh my gosh. I used to make this awesome spaghetti. I don't make it anymore because I can't have tomato sauce. I have to use Alfredo sauce. I make Alfredo in the same way I used to make this spaghetti. And I would love to go on Rachel Ray. And because it's my grandma's favorite show to watch in the morning, I'd love to go on Rachel Ray and make my spaghetti for her. That would be so freaking amazeballs. Like, that would be amazing. Okay. 463. Go through an obstacle course that is made of bouncy houses. Basically, there is this obstacle course that's really cool. I think Daily Bumps went through it. I don't know if Ellie and Jared went through it, but I think Daily Bumps ran through it. And basically, there's these bunch of bouncy houses and these bunch about blow-up toys, okay? And you go through it, and it's obstacle courses after obstacle courses after obstacle courses of bouncy and blow-up toys. It's like, I want to do that. That would be so much fun. Okay. Next one is watch Logan. Dun, dun, dun. Watch Slate. Make a movie called Don't Be Afraid of the Girl in Pink. Basically, I want to do a movie as if Deadpool and that prostitute in the first movie had a kid together. And I want her to be called Death Flower. And the concept is she looks all fancy. She looks like she's a Lolita, but she's badass and she can kick booty. And on top of that, her language is just as bad as her dad's. And she does the whole fourth wall break thing like her dad does and all that stuff. That's why I want to make a movie about her. So I want it to be called Don't Be Afraid of the Girl in Pink. That would be like the coolest movie ever. Eat dinner with the Duck Dynasty family. Okay, so when I was living with my family, I used to watch this show called Duck Dynasty where they pray at the end of every episode. And they're a Christian family that have Christian values. And I would love to sit down with them, either interview them or just have dinner with them. I want to have dinner with them, but it'd be so cool to sit down with them and also have an interview with them. I don't think they've been on air for a while, but I still would love to do so. I would still love to just sit down with them and talk with them. Visit a vineyard. Now, here's the thing about a vineyard. I don't want to try the wine. I would like some grape juice, no alcohol, no aging process. I just want to go to a vineyard and see what it's like, you know. We have a small grape vines in our backyard, and my grandma's growing some grapes back there. But I want to try to go to actual one because I've never been to one before. I've been to a strawberry patch, And I think I've been to a blueberry patch, but I've never been to a grape vineyard. So that would be really cool. Okay, own all the books of Yosabi, and as you guys know, I own two, well, I only own one of that series, but I would like to own all the books. Own all the books and all the manga to Clamp and Quinn Rose. Oh my gosh, the greatest mangaka artists ever. The groups, there's two groups. There's Clamp and Quinn Rose. And Quinn Rose does fantasy, and Clamp does fantasy / sci-fi kind of stuff. It's so cool, and they're so amazing. Own all the books to Vampire Knight series. I also want to own the CDs to the actual anime for that series because it's so freaking amazing. Own all the books to Black Butler. I also want to own the series, the animated series for that too. Own all the books to Beauty Pop. Beauty Pop was one of the first manga I was actually introduced to. One of them. It's about a girl. It's a really cool series. It's about a girl who has these amazing skills of hair cutting, and this guy is jealous of her and doesn't realize it's her till later. And he's the last one to know, and she's got this talent. And in the 10th book, they're actually married and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's a really cool series. Sign cover to Good Morning from Singing in the Rain. Singing in the rain. What a wonderful feeling. I'm happy to say I'm singing in the rain. Singing in the rain. Oh, what a wonderful feeling. I'm happy to say. Sorry, that's not the song. Good morning is like, good morning, it's a happy day. Good morning to you and you and you and you. Of course, I would have to know all the words to that, which I don't. So I wanted to do a sign cover to that. Recreate this season, Seen in Your Ring. Recreate the scene from Singing in the Ring from Singing in the Ring. So you already know what that is about. I already shared that thought with you. Okay, on all the books to Kitchen Princess. Kitchen Princess was actually the first manga series that I got into. Like, the first one that I liked so much that I want there to be anime of it. Seriously, there isn't an anime of this series. It's called Kitchen Princess. At the end of every book, there's a recipe. And I would like to see every episode, like, end with some recipes. Like, showing out how to cook the recipes. That would be so cool to see as an anime series. Like, I love Kitchen Princess so much. Write an awesome children's book. I have written some autobiographies, and I've written some other books, but I have never written a children's book. Well, I have a kids chapter book back when I was a second grader, but and there was 2 volumes to it, but I haven't wrote it in a long time. Okay, own as many manga series as I can. That would be like mind blow. Billy and the Tortinos commercial. The thing about Tortinos is because they have tomato sauce in them, I can't really eat that many of them. But I still do love Tortinos. I've always loved Tortinos and Pizza Pockets and Tortina pizza rolls. Oh my goodness. If they had one that didn't have tomato sauce in it and instead had Alfredo sauce in it, oh my gosh, that would be so freaking amazing. I love Tortinos. Okay, go on a tour of the Kinder Surprise Factory. So Kinder Surprises are not sold actually are banned from the U.S. They're not sold in the U.S. at all. But over in England, there's something called a Kinder Surprise. And basically, there's this egg, right, of chocolate, of hollow chocolate. And inside that hollow chocolate is a little container. And inside that little container is a prize. I would love to get like a giant Kinder egg and eat the chocolate. The thing is, I can't have chocolate. I can't have chocolate. It makes me so upset. I cry 1,000 tears of sorrow internally. It makes me so sad. Okay. Next one. Buy a giant gummy python. I know they exist. I know it's true. Like, the only issue with it is, like, how big it would be. Like, those are expensive. But I want to get a giant python. I know it's been done before, but I want to try it. And I want to, like, cut up in pieces and send it to people for a present. Say, hey, here's a piece of my giant python. You're welcome. Okay. Next one. Wear a clip-on tie. I actually had a clip-on tie at one point. Like, I have hair things that you use as clip-on ties. And I've done that before. Oh, not a clip, I was thinking bow tie. I'm sorry. I mean actual tie. I never worn a clip-on actual tie before. But I would like to try to wear a clip-on tie. I might steal Frank's. Whenever me and Frank meet, I'll probably steal one of his. If he wears a clip-on. He probably will wear a real one. But I also want to learn how to tie a real tie. You know, the ones that go all around your neck and you have to go like in and over and all that jazzy stuff. Yeah, I want to learn how to tie one. There's a good chance a police officer can teach me. That would be so cool. But okay. 484. Buy all the land and building I have ever lived in if I have the ability to. So basically, any house that I have ever lived in or land I've ever lived on, I would like to purchase that land and use it for humanitarian reasons. So basically, there's 2 group homes that closed down recently. You guys know about that story, about how I used to live at a boys' home and a girls' home. And the concept would be I would buy that land, and then I would give it back to the school district and say, here's my conditions of me helping with this land. Okay? Me paying for this land and keeping it afloat. I want you to reopen the houses. I want you to find volunteer opportunities for these people that come into these houses, and I want you to help them graduate high school, basically. I would basically reset the YA program up for a more successful future than what they did before, and get a board on top of it and stuff. Have its own board instead of just a school district board and another company helping out. They will be basically. I would like to see them be an independent board, but you can't see not everything can come true. But it'd be cool to watch, you know. Okay. Take a Bollywood dance class. I hope that wasn't too racist. I really hope that wasn't too racist. Okay. Next one. Make a shirt entirely out of bows and bow ties. I know it's possible. You can take the bows and like put them at the rim of the skirt, right? And then you can take bow ties and you can put one underneath another and like make it so it covers. It's possible. I'm sure it's possible to make a dress entirely out of bows and bow ties and bows. Like ties and bow ties. I think it's possible. It's not, anything is possible if you have faith. Because even the word impossible is spelled I'm possible. So like I think it could totally happen. It would be so much fun to watch and see and just be part of it. You know? That would be like freaking